Man, you guys thought I was dumb for thinking the Weevile was a great gun. Y'all thought I was stupid for thinking it was on par with one of the best submachine guns of Black Ops 3. Y'all thought the Razorback and the VMP were way better than the Weevile. Man, I was A1 day one with the Weevile. I thought the Weevile was one of the best guns ever since the beta. And maybe I was opinionated because I was only using the Weevile, but now I started to use it at the beginning of Black Ops 3, and yeah, it was terrible. It was honestly one of the worst guns, not even submachine guns, but one of the worst guns in Black Ops 3. And I don't know how like that was even possible because all the other guns were balanced. Like this game has a lot of balanced guns. Maybe the Razorback and Pharaoh are somewhat overpowered, whatnot, yada yada yada. But there was a lot of guns that were underpowered. I would say the Kuda and definitely the Weevile were some of the most underpowered guns at the beginning of Black Ops 3 per launch. But then the glorious patch did come for Black Ops 3 and it did change a lot of things. But one thing that did change for the most positive thing was buffing the Weevile. So thank you, Lord Nadeshot, for harassing David Vonderhaar. I'll be waiting for the rap battle between y'all two. But I'm just really glad the Weevile was buffed because it's not like I was like I'm like all over the Weevile's nuts or anything like that. It's not because I thought at the beginning it was the best gun, which it was a pretty decent gun in the beta, and then it all changed. It's not because of that. It's because, you know, all the other guns could perform at a top performance besides the Weevile, and it just didn't make sense. It just, why would there be the Weevile if it's literally, I don't want to say broken, but just can't perform in all these other submachine guns? Why would I use the Weevile when I can use the VMP when it's only 10 bullets lower than the Weevile's 50 clip? Now it's finally buffed. Now it's somewhat on par with the P90 from the Modern Warfare 3 game or whatever. So I'm just happy about that because now there's more variety. Granted, there's a lot of freaking variety when it comes to submachine guns, but just having that extra submachine gun whenever I'm on Nuketown or wherever I'm on Fringe or whatever, it just is very, very good. I really do like that, and I freaking fell off the map. But I want to know your thoughts on the Weevile. First off, obviously it's not the best submachine gun, but do you think it's one of the new god guns for Black Ops 3? Like, obviously if you use this gun, it's not going to make you a pro player, getting you haters and nuclears or whatever. Maybe it could. Hey, I don't know your guys' skill, but when I first used the Weevile at the beginning of Black Ops 3, I thought it was going to be really good like it was in the beta, but then it wasn't. It just wasn't. The Kuda and the Weevile just weren't the best submachine guns, and whenever I used the Weevile, it was like I was nerfing myself. You know when baseball players use that little donut on their bat to like weigh themselves down so when they go up to the plate, they actually swing harder and faster? That's what it's kind of like now with the Weevile. The Weevile was very bad at the beginning, so when I did use it, I would be performing at not such a high level, but now that I am using it, it's like, oh my god, this is the best gun. This is the best submachine gun of all time. So I want to know your thoughts on that. Honestly, I think it can perform, if not on par, if not better than maybe the Pharaoh, the Vesper, the VMP. I don't know, the Razorback, definitely better than the Razorback Suppressed, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. I'm expecting the Weevile maybe to be used a little bit more in competitive use. That's how you know when a gun is somewhat on the level of ever submachine guns, if pro players or even just pro tournaments use the Weevile, because the Weevile had a lot going for it. Like I said before, I compare it to the P90 just because, one, of how it reloads, two, the bullet clip, three, the performance that it does, just everything like that. That's what I compare it to, and it just was not on par with the P90 or even the PDW from Black Ops 2. That's kind of what takes the inspiration. So now the Weevile is better. Now one of my favorite guns is finally usable, so I'll be able to use it a lot more. But again, I want to know your guys' thoughts on the Weevile, if you think it's going to be the new god gun. I don't think it'll take over Black Ops 3. It was a pretty subtle patch, but a definitely well-needed patch, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully more patches. Well, I don't know if I want more patches to guns. The guns are pretty good. Guns are pretty decent, but yeah, just happy the Weevile's back. So love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.